Saint Frances of Rome, full account of her life, basic information, full name, Francesca Busa de Leoni, religious name, Frances of Rome, born, 1384, birthplace, Rome, Italy, died, March 9, 1440, feast day, March 9, canonized, 1608 by Pope Paul V, religious order founded, Oblates of Mary later known as the Oblates of Saint Frances of Rome. Early life, Frances was born into a wealthy Roman noble family. From a young age she showed a deep desire for a religious life. At about age 11, she told her parents she wished to become a nun. However, according to the customs of the time, her parents arranged a marriage for her at about age 13 to a nobleman named Lorenzo Ponziani. Although disappointed at first, Frances accepted her married life as God's will and transformed her home into a place of charity, prayer, and service. Married life and charity. Frances lived as a devout Christian wife and mother while remaining deeply committed to helping the poor. Key aspects of her life included: she visited the sick and poor in Rome regularly, she gave away food, clothing, and money to those in need. She turned part of her home into a hospital-like refuge for the suffering. She practiced fasting, prayer, and humility. Her sister-in-law Vanazza Ponziani became her close spiritual companion. Trials and suffering. Frances lived during a difficult period in Rome marked by political conflicts, wars, famine, plague. During these years, her home was destroyed in war, her husband was exiled and later imprisoned. One of her children died from disease. She suffered severe financial losses. Despite these hardships, Frances continued serving the poor, trusting in God. Mystical experiences. Frances is known for her mystical visions and deep spiritual life. She reportedly experienced visions of angels, spiritual battles between good and evil. Guidance from a guardian angel who appeared to her visibly. Her spiritual experiences strengthened her dedication to prayer and charity. Founding a religious community. In 1425, Frances founded a community of women dedicated to prayer and service called the Oblates of Mary. These women lived in their own homes, served the poor, followed a spiritual rule inspired by Benedict of Nursia. Later, the community formed a convent at Torre de' Specchi Monastery in Rome. After her husband died, Frances joined the community herself. Accomplishments. Saint Frances of Rome is remembered for founding the Oblates of Saint Frances of Rome, caring for the poor, sick, and homeless, serving Rome during war, famine, and plague, combining married life with deep holiness, inspiring women to serve God both in the world and religious life. She is considered one of the great lay saints of the Church. Death. Saint Frances died peacefully on March 9, 1440 in Rome. Her death was widely mourned because she was known throughout the city as a woman of charity and holiness. She was buried in the Church of Santa Francesca Romana, where her relics remain today. Canonization. Frances was officially declared a saint in 1608 by Pope Paul V. Her canonization recognized her holiness, miracles attributed to her intercession, her service to the Church and the poor. Patronage. Saint Frances of Rome is the patron saint of widows, motorists and drivers. Benedictine Oblates. The patronage of motorists comes from her association with angels guiding her path. Lessons from her life. Saint Frances teaches several powerful spiritual lessons. 1. Holiness in everyday life. She showed that marriage, family, and holiness can coexist. 2. Charity to the poor. She believed serving the poor was serving Christ. 3. Faith during hardship. Despite personal loss and political chaos, she never lost faith. 4. Obedience to God's will. Even though she wanted religious life, she accepted marriage and found holiness within it. 5. Prayer and service together. Her life balanced deep prayer with practical charity. Saint Frances of Rome, pray for us.